The pendulum mechanic itself and the monsters aren't really the problem. But I think this is the major one surrounding those motherfuckers. Konami really doesn't want this shit to suck because there was a really good chance that this shit would have ended up being like Cyberdark Impact. They had that stupid ass cycle of monsters and spelling traps and shit. I guess it was an archetype where monster zones mattered. Who gave a fuck about that shit? Exactly. I'm gonna go back to Pendulum Scraps. People believe that shit was broken. And I remember seeing that video multiple times. Then I saw it a couple more times and I did not see anything broken there. Yeah, pendulum summoning allows you to mass summon monsters, but I was thinking like there needs to be more pendulum monsters. I remember saying some shit, might not be verbatim, it's probably not, but I remember saying something like I need to see more pendulum monsters. There needs to be a pendulum based archetype, some shit, so I can see what the pendulum summoning thing can do when an archetype deck, whatever, is built around it. Yeah, Cleese did come out soon after that. I don't really think that counts because it was just 3 emptiness, 3 skill drain. That shit was so shitty for y'all. Shortly after that, we got Zephyr, and I still believe those are better than Ignites. Speaking of Ignites, besides Luster Pendulum and whatever shit he was doing, why the fuck does this archetype even exist? They're pendulums, scales 2 and 7. That's great. You could kind of mix them, but they don't do nothing. Their effect monsters are alright. I thought they were alright, but it costs so much shit to just do that, and the game ain't ready for that. Why would you make some shit like Ignite and then make Magic Spectre? Then make Performages, mainly Plush Fire, and then make something like Dynamis, and then later on Morphages? Konami needs to be extra diligent. If they're going to continue to make shit like Plush Fire and Ariadne and be so goddamn lenient, they need to handle shit immediately. Crack the fucking egg before it hatches. Fuck incubation. I'm just saying. They need to handle that shit. Because it just seems like they're allowing it to run amok. Their want and kind of sort of their need for pendulums to actually take off, kind of sort of, or just not be like Cyber Dark Impact, has prevented them from instilling some restrictions that you see on non-pendulum based cards. You just be like, what the fuck is this restriction? But you have something like Plush Fire that can be activated more than once a turn. What the fuck? And it doesn't have to be a monster, even though it's a monster effect for it to activate. Like, come on. Don't you think that's a little bit unfair? A little bit? As long as the game's making money and the game is still pretty motherfucking popular. Actually, I kind of have a suspicion that the game's become more popular. I still stand by what the fuck I said. The pendulum monsters and the mechanic and shit is what the game's been missing. I stand by that shit. But there's certain things that Konami could do to make it not so shitty. I understand that Konami care about money. But even Wizards of the Coast, you know the motherfuckers that are responsible for Magic, they eventually had a change of heart. No spell card. When there was a time where a lot of people were quitting because of some broken shit. Or they failed to fix things. Just saying, if you don't fix the shit, Konami, you could actually be that, and it'd be fucked up for that type of thing to happen for you to care a bit more. But if it happens, it happens. And I guess I wouldn't complain either way. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you'd like to help me make that money, that cash, nigga, that motherfucker De Niro, all I really ask you to do is spend literally seconds out your day to click at least one advertisement. It is very much appreciated. Thank you very much in advance, and you have my gratitude.